Okay, so this is Jenny, who's just returning for some extra training and assessment day. So, Jenny, your background, you had quite a sort of a high-powered job as such. So what do you do at the moment? Or what have you done, actually, sorry, in the past?
So I've been an estate agent for nearly 15 years.
Yeah.
A director for a large international company. And I basically was ready to have a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
I wanted to get away from the 6 a.m. till 7 p.m. life. I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, and I've always been very passionate about my own makeup.
Yeah.
And you know, my mum's been in the beauty industry for years, so I've known there was a path there somewhere, and permanent makeup turned out to be the path for me.
Exactly. And you trained with Katy, how long ago was it now?
It was in May, so six months ago.
Only so 6 months,
yeah.
And obviously you've been working pretty much full-time at your other job as well, whilst building this up. And that's why it's important, I think, some people see a video like this, because it just to show that it can be hard work.
Yes,
what you have to do to make it a success. So how has it gone over the last 6 months or so?
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. It's been ups and downs, more ups than downs. I think the downs have come with having a full-time job and trying to set up a new business.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm a perfectionist. I want everything to be brilliant straight away, so I frustrate myself when I can't do things quickly.
Yeah.
And you know, I get tired easily because I'm, you know, doing 2 jobs in essence. But what I've learned is I'm doing the right job in permanent makeup. It makes me so happy. The women I'm meeting, and I know it sounds silly to some people, but the lives I'm changing through, you know, women who've come to me with absolutely no brows and no confidence. They walk out of the room with, you know, the most natural looking. They look like they've got their brows back from when they were 15.
Yeah.
You know, when your brows are young and fresh and you haven't plucked them, and they're, you know, the right colour and things like that. So, and, you know, women saying to me, my God, I look 10 years younger. And I'm learning about them during the treatment, learning about their life. There's so many amazing people out there, and that has been what I've loved the most. Is meeting the people, hearing their stories, seeing how happy being part of their journey to feeling better about themselves. And yeah, I've loved every second of it, and I've got better and better and better.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, actually, that's the point, isn't it? The more models, case studies you do, and treatments. And how many have you sort of done now, roughly, in the last 6 months?
So I've done 30 clients, and I'm now charging full price.
Yeah.
So
well, that's not bad, considering you're doing a full-time job as well.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's double the amount required.
But you know, that comes a lot with the training I've received from Katy and the mentoring package. Having those videos has been life-changing. I have still, even to this day, the last set of eyeliner I did a week ago before she arrived, I watched Katy's eyeliner video just to remind myself, you know, to make sure I did it perfectly. And, you know, just so, it's having the backup of you guys has been absolutely invaluable.
Excellent. And then obviously on that note as well, it's been quite interesting because we've come in today and obviously on the assessment day, we always have a few questions. And one of your things is, how do I get even busier so I can maybe cut down my other job and eventually go full-time permanent makeup? And you probably knew most of the answers, but you sort of weren't implementing them until they sort of stare at you in the face, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. So the only advice I'd give to anyone watching this video is to listen to Paul and Katy at the start. When they tell you to do video reviews, do them. When they tell you to do video content, get over yourself. Because that's been the hardest thing for me, is to get over myself and, you know, do the small things that are going to make my job easier, and get me to a point where I can quit my full-time job and just do this permanently. You know, by getting the right content and just spending time on the smaller detail rather than trying to rush getting an advert out that actually the content isn't right, or, you know, and when they tell you not to give prices, don't give prices.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's the thing, is some people, they make the mistake of, when people ask for, you know, just send you little messages, you just sort of reply with the answer of what they've asked, but actually you're not adding value, you're not showing them who you are, what you can do for them, everything else. And that's one of the things we've been working on today when you've been back as well, isn't it? Just how to respond to people. And that can be a difference between having 100 inquiries and 100 customers, or 100 inquiries and 2 customers.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I feel like today yeah, I wish I'd come back even sooner. I know it hasn't been that possible, but I also wish I'd picked up the phone and just said, why aren't I converting my inquiries? Because I'm getting so many.
Well, the great thing is, every inquiry that actually comes for a consultation, your booking rate has
absolutely, yeah, 100% success rate
100%.
on consultations. But it's actually just getting the consultations through the door
from the messages,
which is what we've worked on today. And I now wholeheartedly know what I need to do, and I'll be doing it from next week. And I look forward to telling you guys that I'm quitting my job, and I have a goal to be out of my full-time job by July next year. And I think now I've got even more tools, and I just need to go back to basics, remind myself that the reason that you've said these things is because it works. And
also when we say these things, the little advice that you sort of almost kick yourself, think, well, yeah, that's obvious now, but sometimes it's not obvious until it's there.
Absolutely, until it's glaring at you in the face that you already had the information to get what you needed. So, but I think it's a process, isn't it? Setting up a business, because it's not just the setting up the business, it's actually tattooing people's faces. So it's getting over that, the nerves of that to start with. I now, when someone walks in the door, I feel like an expert in brows and eyeliner, and now I'm going to be an expert in lips as well. And so now I've got that bit out the way, I can just focus on, obviously I'm going to continue to improve my technique and be better and better and better, but it's now I can focus solely on the business side of it.
And showing the customer, because you feel an expert, you're doing great treatments, you're getting great responses.
I know I'm worth the money. And,
exactly, but it's then getting that message across to the customer before they even walk through the door, so they also understand that as well.
Exactly, and it's nothing good in life is easy, right?
Well, you've had it the hard way with a full-time job, but then you've got the benefits of you've still got a solid income while building a business.
Exactly.
And then sometimes it happens the other way, where you haven't got a job, or you give up your job too early, and then suddenly there's a lot more pressure on the business to support you. So I think you've done it the right way. I just think maybe you just need to...
I've done it the right way. Yes, I've done it the right way. I just need to focus my energy in the right places now.
And work smarter.
Work smarter, exactly, not harder. And I should get to a point where I'm flying. And it is improving all the time. And I do feel more confident in being able to charge nearly 400 quid for a set of eyebrows. I am worth it.
Yes, exactly.
And more to come.
Excellent, brilliant. Well, it'll be great seeing you progress. I'm sure we'll be getting some messages over the next
awards,
few weeks.
I hope so.
And
maybe not. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, awards over the next few years.
There we go. Yeah. That's the next part as well. Yes. Brilliant. Well, it's been great having you here again, Jenny, and we'll look forward to seeing you progress, I'm sure, in the very near future.
Thank you.
No problem. Cheers.